So I've unboxed this headphone almost 6 months ago, and at the time I said that I'll come up with the review very soon, maybe a week or so, but I didn't do it. And believe me, there were legit reasons other than my laziness, of course, but I'll discuss them later down the way. Right now I'll only tell that it's dead. So let's start the review. So first of all, design of this headphone is great, and I'm not saying specifically looks wise. This headphone is meant to be used while exercising, whether in gym or outside like running and stuff, and for that purpose this design works great, or I should say would have worked great if they would have made this part a few millimeters longer, because after some jerking movements every time it popped off my ears, although it didn't fall off because there are ear hooks to keep it hanging from your ears, but again I had to shove it inside over and over again. It also has flat wire, although that doesn't make any difference for me. So anyway, now let's talk about functionality. First of all, pairing and connection, because well, that's the first thing you do, and I'll have to say that it was flawless. I connected it to multiple smartphones and my laptop, and I never had any problems regarding that. So let's move over to controls. It has 3 buttons, and as you can guess, the middle one is for power on and off. You can use it as play and pause button for music, and you can also receive and end calls with it. Other 2 buttons are for volume controls. You can also use them to forward and backward in your music playlist, and I'll say most of the time they work perfectly as expected, but sometimes these inline controls stop working while listening to music. Although for calls I never faced such problems, it never failed to receive or end calls. And while we are at the subject, inline microphone also work fine for calls, and I have no complaints for it. Now let's come to main subject, which is sound. Well, sound is not flattening because it's flat. Highs are good enough, but low frequencies are almost absent. That means no head banging bass. But to be fair, headphones which are sweat proof and made to be worn during fitness activities don't have very good bass in general, but it has frequency range of 20 to 20,000 Hz written in specs, which is not at all true. It does not go to 20 Hz. Normally sound is very clear, and basically there is no other sound issues other than bass. Calls are clear too, as expected. It also has inbuilt mic, which works nicely too. Now let's talk about battery life. Full charge battery lasts somewhere around 5 to 6 hours at medium volume, which is pretty good for headphone of this price. It takes around 2 hours to fully charge it, which is acceptable too, and it uses micro USB to charge, which I don't like very much. I think more devices should use type C, but hey, you can't ask much at this price point, and micro USB is still very popular, so fine. Now you'll say, alright, things seems good, what's wrong with it? Okay, everything was good until it worked. So I have started using it in the last week of October last year, and till the mid-December it was working great, no problem. Then one day when I was traveling, this clip broke. I thought, alright, that's not good, but I had a spare clip, so I hooked that up with it and it was fine. But after a few days, right earbud stopped working and a crack appeared on left earbud. I never put anything heavy on it or did anything that can cause a crack. It just appeared out of nowhere one day. Even after that, left earbud was working fine while right side was totally dead. At this point I was just waiting how long it takes other side to stop working, and it didn't take that long. Fast forward to mid-January, the headphone was totally dead. Controls and mic were working fine till the end, but earbuds fell apart. I mean, one of them literally fell apart. And headphones that cost me 799 rupees couldn't last for even 3 months. I get it, they were cheap, you can't expect much, but you also don't deserve this mediocrity. The worst thing was that one earbud just broke, which in my assessment was because of this design and bad material quality. This design is not bad, but it puts a lot of pressure on the material, because even if you are careful, it will tug into your bag or pocket when you are pulling it out to use. And hey, if you are pulling it out in the middle of a workout session, it's definitely going to happen. So what they should have done is use a better quality of plastic, or if it's not possible in this price point, don't use this design, because in long term it will not be cheap. Like if I'm going to use these Bluetooth headphones, these in particular, for an year, I have to spend around 3200 rupees because I have to buy 4 of them. And believe me, if you'll spend even rupees 2000 on a good wireless headphone, that will last you at least 2 years. So yeah, don't buy it. But you know what, if you still want to buy it, I'll give you the links in description. You can go and buy it from there. And I really hope you have liked this video. If you like this video, please go press like button. And if you for some reason disliked it, you can go and press dislike button. But if you really gonna press dislike button, please let me know in comment section that what you didn't like, so I can improve that in upcoming videos. And don't forget to subscribe, that's the most important thing, and press bell icon so you can get my upcoming videos. I really hope we'll meet in next video. Till then, bye bye, best of luck.